Do you think when you look at the air cargo supply chain, or maybe freight forwarding more generally, is is there areas of digitalization? Is there still low hanging fruit out there that the industry is not adopting? Maybe it's on payments, maybe it's to do with way bills, transparency, data standardization, generative AI. I'll chuck anything at you. What could our industry do better on
Yeah,
tech?
yeah. No, I think, honestly, Mike, all of the above, right? I mean, this is an industry that, it's 2025 now, right? We just entered a new year. I mean, there are big parts of this industry that still operate like it was the 20th century. I mean, we are a quarter of the way through the 21st century, right? And so, this industry still continues to or needs to continue to adopt new technology. It needs to take advantage of these new breakthroughs like artificial intelligence. I mean, I think artificial intelligence can play an amazing role in this business in finding solutions for shippers, in automating booking processes, in handling customer service issues for airlines and forwarders alike, right? I mean, AI is an amazing tool. I think we've just scratched the surface of how it can be implemented in this industry. And one of the things, you had asked me early on, sort of, what am I doing? I am working very heavily. I'm on a couple of boards, and I'm working a lot with my board companies, right now. And one in particular is Airblocks. And, they're really trying to leverage AI to streamline the booking process, to connect airlines with mid-size and smaller forwarders who may not have access to medium-term or long-term capacity, right? That's typically reserved for bigger forwarders or shippers who are willing to place big bets, right, and sign these massive contracts. So there's a sweet spot there of companies that aren't capable of doing that but still need that capacity. So, really you have to leverage technology to be able to do that, where you can bring buyers and sellers together on a platform where they can exchange information in real time and try and come to a deal. So those are sort of things that are happening. I don't think this adoption is industry wide yet, but I think there are a lot of very smart people focused on solving these problems. And you see the likes of a Cargo AI or Cargo One, and all of these things, right? There's a lot of money and vision behind them. They won't all be successful. This industry is sort of resistant to some of this stuff, but I think we still have a long way to go. I am proud to see that we're adopting some of this stuff, but not nearly at fast enough rate to maybe change things as quickly as we would like.
Is there a reason for that? I mean, is our industry a bit old fashioned? Is it as simple as something like that?
Yeah,
Is it
I think it's
cost?
old fashioned. I think it's old fashioned, Mike, but I also think, at the end, this is an industry that hasn't had the capital available to invest in technology in the way other industries have been able to do, right? When you operate in a boom and bust cycle, right? This business has been boom and bust for as long as we can remember. Four crappy years followed by two good years, followed by two crappy years. And, when you operate in that, right, spending tens of millions of dollars to upgrade your IT infrastructure, do things like that, becomes a really difficult sort of task, because how do you navigate that? How do you get that in place before the next downturn? And you should have socked away that cash, right, for a rainy day just to keep the lights on. And that's sort of where this industry has been. I think that we have now entered post-COVID. I think this industry is in a better place financially. Yields have come up quite significantly since COVID. That's important. Every stakeholder in this business needs to make a reasonable return, or they'll never invest back in their own businesses. And over time, people won't want to be in this business because it's not a place where boards will want to put capital, right? And we need that. We need innovation. We need innovation capital in order to drive the industry forward. And I think that if we get stability on the bottom line, you are going to get rapid acceleration in terms of productivity, technology, things like that.
Is there technology out there right now that, if you're a forwarder, an SME forwarder or shipper, you want to cut costs or maybe freight rates or anything, maybe transaction costs at borders? We're going to come on to tariffs any second. Is there anything out there that you would say, "Oh, go and get this, guys," there's a simple solution, it's not gonna cost
Yeah,
you a
I
fortune.
I I wish there was. I mean, we'd all be doing it if there was a simple solution out there like that, right? I think that, nothing worthwhile comes easy, Mike. I mean, I think we all know that, right? Is that it's gonna take some hard work to get there, but there is a lot of momentum in this area, and I do think that there are solutions. I think that everybody involved in the supply chain, right? Every stakeholder from from origin to destination, and there are multiple of them, there are a lot of handoffs in air freight, need to make a concerted effort to invest. And I think that, we are seeing pockets of that, of course, but we just need to see that continue to accelerate in every sort of vertical. There are tools and opportunities to get more and more efficient. I see it in the ground handling side. I work a lot with ground handlers. I see them implementing new technology, going exclusively to handhelds, all scanning, pushing invoices out very quickly, right? Working with electronic tools as opposed to pad and paper like they used to. So I think they are becoming more efficient, but it's coming in baby steps and not, big leaps.